Once upon a time, there was a ghost town somewhere in Transylvania that was haunted by a powerful genie capable of materializing all things and fulfilling any desires. The legend also said that unless one possessed the mighty mantra capable of controlling the genie, he would transform anyone who asked him to fulfill his desires into a donkey. The haunted town was thus filling entirely with donkeys. There were no people because all had either left or been transformed into donkeys. In a neighboring town, there was an extremely lazy and poor man called Vasile. His only means of survival was by stealing fruits or vegetables from the local farmers. One time, while he was stealing some apples from a merchant, he got caught in the act. "If I see you stealing again, I will grab you by the ear and drag you to the genie in the other town. He will transform you in a donkey, and you will not disturb anyone ever again," the angry merchant said. "What are you talking about? What genie?" Vasile yelled. "That is only a story. I don't believe in any of that." "Well, if you haven't heard," the merchant said with a smirk on his face, "legend says that genie can fulfill all desires." "What? All desires?" Vasile was very suddenly interested in the subject. "Yes, all desires. Everything you want can be yours," enticingly said the merchant, accentuating his tone of voice with the intention of persuading Vasile. "Really? I will go there then, so that I can fulfill all my desires. I will finally be the richest man in the world." "If I were you, I would be cautious," warned an unknown man who overheard the conversation. "Unless you have the secret formula to control the genie, you have no chance." Vasile looked into the man's eyes and realized that he was telling the truth. "Where can I find this secret formula?" Vasile asked. "You will have to go to ask the wizard. He might give you the secret formula." Vasile instantly started running to the house of the wizard. He found the wizard in front of his house meditating. "Great wizard, I need your help. I need you to give me the secret formula that can allow me to control the genie of the other town." The wizard looked at Vasile and asked him, "Why would you want to control him? Did he do any harm to you?" "I heard he can fulfill all my desires. I am very poor and I really need the money. Please help me." The wizard looked at him and went inside his home without saying any more words. Vasile was heartbroken. He gave it another try. He knocked the door of the main door. After a few minutes, the wizard opened the main door. "So you want to control the genie so that he can give you money?" "Yes," Vasile cried. "If you want money, go get a job. Why don't you work?" asked the wizard. "I need to feel stronger to be able to work. I just want the money for food. It's just for food, only food." "Okay, just for food," the wizard said. "I will tell you a magical formula that you can use to acquire food. But be aware, if you ask for anything else besides food, you will have to ask the genie to continuously fulfill your desires." "Why is that?" Vasile became curious about it. The wizard explained. "The genie used to be a person just like you, but he got overtaken by lust for wealth and power. The genie gathers energy either by continuously fulfilling different desires outside the power of the magical formula or by fulfilling his own desires." "What are his desires?" asked Vasile. "He wants to transform everyone who asks him to fulfill his desires into a donkey," said the wizard. "He doesn't like people who bother him with their requests. This formula I just gave you works only for food, and again, if you ask for anything else, you will have to keep providing him with desires to fulfill. If you run out of desires, he will fulfill his own desire by transforming you into a donkey." "Thank you very much," said Vasile. "What is the secret formula?" "As soon as you are near the genie, say Sarmi Segetuza the home of Zamolxes. That is all, whispered the wizard. Really? Thank you, Vasile said with excitement. Vasile was thinking it is impossible to run out of desires. He was proud of himself that he managed to trick the wizard into telling him the secret mantra. He headed to the town where the genie was living. When he reached, Vasile started yelling, calling for the genie. Soon, the genie appeared in front of him. What do you want? Vasile shouted the secret formula. Suddenly, the genie was surrounded by a magical mist and succumbed to Vasile's wish. Give me food. Here is your banquet. Vasile was delighted and rapidly began to eat the food. Once he finished, he asked the genie, Give me money and gold. Suddenly, 100 chests with gold appeared. Vasile was ecstatic. Now that you have asked me to fulfill different desires, I must continuously fulfill your desires. However, if you fail to ask me, I will transform you into a donkey. No problem, Vasile said with full confidence. I have countless desires. Let's start with some new clothes. Done, said the genie. Build me a castle. Done, said the genie, and fulfilled Vasile's wish with the speed of light. Change this ghost town into a place with a beautiful garden and water fountains. Done. Bring me the most 10 beautiful women in the world. Done. I want an army to protect me. It is done. Vasile already had everything he could possibly think of to ask. If you have no more desires, I will turn you into a donkey now, the genie shouted. Wait, wait, take me to the greatest wizard's home now. Immediately, Vasile was standing in the presence of the wizard. Great wizard, help me, please. I have failed you. If you don't help me, the genie will turn me into a donkey. Well, you have done what I advised you not to do. Now you want me to fix your mistake? Well, yes, I have learned my lesson. I will never do such a thing again. Please, I beg you to save me. Okay, I will help you. Ask the genie to fulfill one more desire. Ask him to find his own mind, the wizard instructed. What? Vasile was confused. Just do it, ordered the wizard. My desire for you is to find your own mind, Vasile commanded to the genie. No problem, you will not escape me, said the genie. But now, something strange started to happen. The genie couldn't find his own mind. He tried really hard, but he couldn't do it. This was one desire that he seemingly couldn't fulfill. The genie went on and on for days, and he could not find his mind. I cannot fulfill this desire. I could be here for all of an eternity, and I cannot. It is impossible, said the genie, quite saddened. Vasile was thrilled. He asked the genie, Why cannot you find your mind? The phantom stopped for a second, and his eyes became bright as the sun. Because it doesn't exist, said the genie. The wizard smiled, and the genie continued with a final remark. I have no existence of my own. As soon as the genie realized that, he became surrounded by an aura of light. He was immersed in the self. All the people who turned to donkeys revert back to human form. The wizard was pleased, and Vasile was very grateful. He decided to become the disciple of the wizard and let go of all the riches obtained from the genie. This is the story of the genie who became enlightened once he realized he couldn't find his own mind.